everybody, I'm Tom Vasel.
And I'm Chris Yi.
And we're criminals.
Also, we're reviewing a game called Pinched.
This is a game where each person is trying to steal cards, and you're all criminals, but for some reason you take turns being a mastermind. Like, I'll be like, Chris, this is your day of the week to go. Where are you going? And Chris is like, I
get to choose where we're going to steal from.
Well, no, you're like in charge, but you're hoping none of us come with you. You want to get everything for yourself. So here's how the game plays. You're going to set the manor up based on a number of players, and you can kind of optimize it to however you want. I mean, you can set it up with as many rooms as you want. It will tell you how many players you should have at least to use it. And there are two sides. They kind of play the same, but the one side that has the crown on it here will give you maybe a little bit more advanced rules. You're going to be taking turns using this watch to keep track of the number of turns based on the number of players. So you're going to have 5 rounds with 5 players, 4 with 3 to 4, or with 2 players, you'll have 5 rounds. And after everybody goes, you just move this. Each person is going to be the mastermind once. And everyone will have a set of cards that matches the locations in play. So with this board here, I just wouldn't use the green card. The mastermind's going to decide which of the 4 locations they're going to rob. Everyone else then will put out a card of their own, trying to guess where the mastermind is going. Then you reveal the cards. You're allowed to talk and discuss things, but you reveal the cards. If a mastermind is the only person to go to a location, they're going to get all the goods that are there. However, if multiple people go to the same location where the mastermind is, then the mastermind gets a card of their choice, then each other person gets a card in clockwise order, and then the mastermind, if there's any left, gets another card. After that, the mastermind will stash their cards. I'll talk about that in a bit, while the other players each will take a card down here from the river, leftover junk, which are replaced. So everyone's going to get 1 card at least per round. But if you're not the mastermind, you will only get something from the river and possibly something else if you go to the same spot as the mastermind. Now, each of these locations has different special abilities. I'll mention a few of them. This one, if the mastermind goes alone, they can get the Mona Lisa, which is worth 3 points in a regular game, 5, and if you play the advanced side, but you need to find a clue, or a diamond, which is worth a point. If multiple people go here, the safe moves up, and if a mastermind goes there alone, they'll get to draw more cards from the deck. Here, a secret passageway. Somebody can use a secret passageway when going here to take a card from another location. If you play with the bank, if multiple people go here, everyone gets 4 cards. If it's just the mastermind, they get 2. And if everyone goes there, nobody gets anything. And like I said, there's other things. The green location has these dogs, which give you some special abilities. There's clues you can get. The passageway becomes cursed, etc. Now, players are going to start the game with 3 cards in their stash, and you'll be collecting more as time goes by. When you get cards, you can keep them in your hand, but if they match your stash, you play them in there. When you're the mastermind, though, you have to clear out your stash, put cards in your stash. You can't keep cards in your hand any longer. So if, let's say I was a mastermind, I had these 2 cards in my hand, or let's say I had this wild in my hand. So I'll play the wild here. I can't play these, so I'm going to sell the orange cards. The orange cards say that if I have 4 orange cards, that's worth 3 points. I'll take 3 of these cards, turn them into a point each, put them in my score pile, and get rid of the rest. Now I can play this card here. So you'll see that there's all different cards, different colors and combinations that need certain numbers. It tells you at the bottom how many of that color is in the deck. There's more oranges, but you'll need 6 of them to get 6 points, etc. So everyone will store these cards and score them only when you're the mastermind. And when you're the mastermind, you also have to kind of empty your hand. And at the end of the game, everybody's going to do that. And then you'll simply add up the points you got from this, plus points you got from anything else. And whoever has the most is the winner. Pinched is a really basic game when you think about it, right? It's not that complex.
No, not at all.
The most complex thing is a very small rule, I think, and that's the stashing your cards rule.
Yes.
Because it's pretty basic. Put the cards in front of you, but you only put the cards in front of you. You can do it every turn. But you don't have to get rid of your cards unless you're the mastermind.
Right. So once around, it's your time to make sure that you have to manage. You have to empty out your hand of cards. And it's just a little tricky to really iterate that point in a way that everyone understands it, I think it's going to take a few explanations throughout your first game or so.
Now, I will say, if you are a gamer of sorts, that there's alternate sides of the boards that are more complex. I would probably always play with at least a couple of them. Because they're not that complex to me. And I like one, for example, the one where you get more cards if you go alone. On the other side, there's just more. You get more cards if you go alone. So why not just play that way, I suppose?
Yeah, I was not surprised, so to speak, but like even the basic mode, every one of the locations behaves differently, has a different little mini game type function to it, a different specialty if you're there alone, or the pink location always has the thing activatable, right? The little like Scooby-Doo slide thing there. And so there's like a little bit more rules explanation than it feels like there should be from the weight of the game, like how difficult the actual play of the game is, and the set collection's pretty simple. But I don't know. I enjoy that simultaneous reveal and that kind of double guessing what people are doing.
Well, if you play with the bank, the bottom one, where if everyone goes, you get nothing, and if some people go, you get 4 cards, and if one person goes, you get 2. That, I think, I would always play with that, frankly. I think that location being there adds a level of, is Mastermind going there? Yes, but then we all know that, so maybe they won't. And it is.
Yeah.
By looking at people's stash, you can look at the cards out there and go, well, they have a lot of pink cards, and there's 2 pink cards in that one, so I know that's where they probably want to go. But they know that I know that.
Yeah.
So it keeps you involved, but I think it's a pretty game. The cards, the different color cards, are very easy to distinguish. I love taking the cards and flipping them over to become points. That works really well.
Yeah, very simple. And I think also the other thing is that the production, the artwork, all that stuff is fantastic. This kind of reminds me...
It's a 3D box if you can't see.
Yeah, there's like little cutouts and stuff on there. But actually playing the game is just fairly smooth. I think that there's a few oddities with the production, like the 2 dog tokens give you different special powers. And
I would have put a symbol on them to differentiate.
And I think that they're on the back of the dog token, not where the art is. So you have like Rufus the dog, and you're like, what does he do again? And they're both very similar to each other, but slightly different. And the icon on the back, honestly, is not that helpful. But there's little production oddities. But for the most part, gorgeous. And I really like the way that the game has a fun tactile feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just outguessing other people. And by knowing that, I think you will know if you'll like the game or not.
I agree. And even with the upgraded advanced sides of the board, it's still really simple. And I think the one last thing I'd like to really point out is a thing that they did nicely is that every player who's not the active player gets to take 1 card from that little river space on the bottom.
So you always get something.
So yes, you might not have guessed correctly trying to follow the mastermind, but you always get something, and I think that helps this game have more feel-good than feel-bad moments.
The only feel-bad moment I can think of is if you're the mastermind, you go to the bank, everyone else goes there, so everyone gets nothing, and then all the other players get a card from the river.
Yes.
So it's your turn. But I haven't seen too many blowouts in this. It's very simple game. I like it. It's just play cards and reveal, the fun aspect of it, of trying to be horning in on other people's, like, hey, I'm here too. Thank you. Whoop. It works well, and I think it's going to work well. It goes to 5 players. I think these kind of games usually work better with more, but this isn't bad with, say, 3.
Yeah.
Back and forth. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoy it. What about you?
Just a bit higher. I'm giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's neat. It runs about the right length I want it to.
I agree on that.
Yeah, and so by the last round or so, the last few turns, you're like, good. This feels like it's coming to a natural end. I think the biggest thing is that the biggest drawback for me is just it takes a lot of teaching up front because every board is a special thing. There's explaining how the columns work and that set collection and when you have to score. Feels like it's a little bit more explanation than it needs to be, but it's still a fun time, and I like it.
There you go, folks. That's Pinch from Mighty Boards. I'm Tom Vasel.
And I'm Chris Yi.
Don't steal this game. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel. This is a game where each person is trying to steal cards. So here's how the game plays. Every single time.
I saw you resist doing it on camera this time.
I'm trying not to because it's